Hey guys, it's Mr. Mini Painter here, and today I'm opening up this Gundabad Orc warband box, along with some extras. Now, who are those Gundabad Orcs, you may wonder? You've seen them in The Hobbit probably, but there's some history to it. It is said that in the middle of the Second Age, orcs under the command of Sauron invaded the mountains and seized Gundabad. The site remained tainted by their presence until the very end of the Second Age, possibly around or maybe after Sauron's defeat and the loss of the One Ring. In the Third Age, the Northern Orcs once again claimed Gundabad, fueling those dwarfs' intense hatred for them, and after the fall of Angmar, Gundabad continued to serve as an orc stronghold until it was finally purged of its inhabitants during the War of the Dwarves and Orcs. However, despite this victory, orcs gradually returned to the site, fortifying it once more before the events of The Hobbit. And from there, they once again threatened the Wilderland. The orcs of Gundabad played a major role in the Battle of the Five Armies with their leader Bolg, son of Azog, commanding the Northern Orcs and likely those from the Northern Misty Mountains as well. Well, having said that, there is this box, the Gundabad Orc warband, but there are some extras to these models as well. For example, there is this Gundabad Orc Captain. It's been issued a couple of years ago with the release of the Hobbit movies, a single model to lead your Gundabad Orcs into battle. And there is, of course, well, not of course, this Gundabad Orc upgrade pack to give your models a unique look. And as you can see, there are 6 models here that you can give some extra shield, weapons, helmets, a banner to make them stand out of the rest of your army. There is, I think there is 24 in here. I haven't opened it up yet, but let's open it and check it out. So let's put these two aside for now and open them up later on. And let's check the contents of this here box. Okay. There is some bases here. And here they are. Okay, so they're individually. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there's 12 of them. I really don't know. Oh, these look the same, right? Yeah, so I think there's 6 unique characters in there. And with the upgrade pack, you can make 6 unique other ones of those remaining 6. Let me show you. I'm going to show you them individually. So this one, and this one. Let's put the box aside and start off here. So there's an upper and a lower body and a weapon. It looks like I may have to correct the position of this one. With these resin models, the great thing you can do when correcting these models, if you want to change it without bending it because it breaks quite easily, is use some hot water, wait until it goes soft, then adjust the position, let it cool down, and that's it. It works great. So here's one with a shields. Yep. There, one holding a sword. Same goes for him. The sword's a little bit bent, which is a good thing for packing it, because otherwise it would stick out like so and it would break. So probably for the best, but you want to correct it a little bit and make it straight so it sticks out like this a little bit. So that's what we're gonna do. This guy here holding a spear, also a little bit bent. So let's correct that one. This one here. Also a little bit bent. We have to clean it up quite a lot because there is some residue here. They're not going to be a hell of a job to paint, since they're quite easy, right? It's just a couple of colors, but they will look incredible and a force to be reckoned with for sure on your board. So let's start cleaning them up, and I'm going to apply this here kit to 6 of them, and let's see how they look then. I think it's going to be very nice. They're going to be unique characters. There are a lot of different options here, some extra weapons, some alternative heads, the big banner of course. So yeah, there's a lot to choose from. Actually there's a lot of hats in there. Let's open this one up just to see, right? So here it is. There is a double of everything except for the banner. The banner is in there once, so let's start off with this one. As you can see here, this is the back. You see the arm holding the banner, and it goes with this guy over here. So instead of the shield arm, you put on the banner arm. He's running around with it. So his left arm is replaced, holding his shield up, and he runs around like this. So that's going to be a nice one. There's some cleaning up here. Some residue. What you do is you wash them. You clean them first with a knife if you're very confident, or there's some tools you can use to scrape that off a little bit. Make sure that the area is very smooth and soft, so file it down so there's no sharp edges, as that's going to make your paint job a little bit more difficult. And what I usually do is I just go over it with my finger and I feel something here, for example. I feel some sharp something sticking out, very tiny, but just file it down a little bit. As for the rest, you have 2 of them, so you can add an extra army if you want. So yeah, let's see what it is. There's some different heads. Let me see if I can get that sharp. So 4 different heads, all unique ones and different than the ones in the base set. So you get that. Then there are 3 different weapons to use. One is a sword, which is sword with some, it's like an axe more actually. Yeah, it's an axe. And there's this sword in the middle, and this rounded sword over here. So you can change that with some of the models here. You see the guy in front holding the axe, this one with the bent sword, and there are some swords in the back here. I can't really define which is which. So yeah. And then lastly there are some shields over here. And some spikes, and I think you can add them to their backs, carrying some human heads. You can see one over here, for example, there. Put them on their backs and hit this one as well, this guy in front, to make them more menacing, more evil looking. 2 different kind of shields with a single spike and a double one in the end. So you can glue that to their arms. So a lot of different models to create this way. And that's basically what you want, right? I used to customize my armies myself and try and craft something, collect some weapons from other models and use them with your orcs because they carry everything they find. You can go around with some green stuff if you're very comfortable using that, and craft or sculpt some extra details to your models. But this is a great kit with a lot of details in it to use with these ones, make them really unique. So I'm very happy with this. Finally, let's open up the captain. This is one of a kind, and when that's all finished, I'm gonna paint him. And here's the final one, the captain. Holding his sword in the air. He's got those double wings on his helmet. And as far as I can see, he's the only one who has that. And he has the double side spiked shield, so it's also a unique piece in your army. And of course he looks kind of heroic, right? So that's it for the Gundabad models. I'm going to assemble them and show you the final image. So we're back again and let's show you the final results. Here we have the 6 regular Gundabad Orcs. And they look quite nice. For some parts with these resin models, for example, when gluing the arms to the upper body, you have to make it fit. Just use some warm water and make the shape go back into its original place. As for example, this sword, the sword was all curled up. Just use some hot water and make sure to very carefully bend it the way you want, and then it looks perfect. I also add some modeling sand to the base so that I can spray over it all at once. Here's this guy. This was a tough fit because the arms were in one piece with the weapon, so you have to position it up into the body. And so I had to fill it up a little bit, but it looks quite nice. Here's the last one. And the captain. Also looking quite nice. Now you have 6 of the same models, and I showed you before I've used the Orc upgrade pack on the other models, and they look amazing. And I can show you the final results. This one I still have to bend the weapon a little bit because it's a bit crooked. I switched the head and added a pike of skulls to his back. And it's quite easy because the head is clean cut. So you can place it back on. You can even see the hair coming out of the back, so it looks very natural. The same for this guy. Also changed the head, added some skulls to the back, a double skull here. And by changing the bodies, you create a whole new miniature. A different head, some extra skulls, so they look different. Then for this guy I added the shields and changed the head. There are a couple of shields in there, 4 different heads, so you can change whatever you want. This guy I gave another weapon, change his head. And I really like the way he looks now. Then we have this guy here. Also gave him another shield with a double pointy tips. Also a skull on his back. Changed his weapon. So you get such unique characters now. And I'm looking for the other one. Which one is it? Is this one. This was the original one. So you got another shield in this case, something on his back. I could have changed his head maybe, but I chose some other ones. And a different weapon, so you create a whole new character, which is a lot of more fun to paint. And then the last one is the banner bearer. I also gave him a new weapon with this sword, and of course the banner he's carrying. So the complete arm is changed, and he looks amazing. So that's it for them. I'm going to prime them, paint them. I think I'm going to give them a metallic paint primer, because let's face it, most of these models, most of those bases are metallic, so you just have to darken it down and make some make it look like they're battle-worn armors. So I'm thinking of a maybe lead belcher primer, but let's see. That's it for now, and thank you so much for watching my video, and I hope to see you in one of my next ones where I'll be able to paint these guys. Thank you again for watching, and hope to see you in one of my next videos. Bye bye!